as we know, last week, Republicans were upset over the politicizing of the bin Laden killings. And this is another one that's, I think, an easy home run. Like, it's the gay marriage issue. How are you going to fight that? Well, they tried for a while. And then it's Osama bin Laden. We got him. You going to fight that? So he's setting himself up for all these wins. And as we're going to go to the next point, as we know, the ad ran last week, and then he was swift-boated by this veterans group that's trying to show, well, the Marines did the job, not you. And then he looks like a big head spiking the football, all the same political terms that we're all tired of hearing. But again, on the Sunday shows, David Axelrod was on this week in clip number 1, and he's actually backing it up. Now, when the question was asked, of course, the first thought is, oh, are they going to back away from this and say, we didn't mean to, we didn't mean to, we didn't mean to? It's election season. So, I mean, let's check out his response.
David, do you ever worry that in the president's eagerness to remind voters of the successful mission, that he may come across as self-serving?
Well, first of all, the president hasn't been spiking the ball. This was the one-year anniversary. It's part of his record, and it's certainly a legitimate part of his record to talk about. And then he ordered a mission that was frankly risky, dangerous. Bob Gates said it was one of the most courageous, one of the gutsiest decisions he's ever seen a president make, and it turned out successfully. And let me tell you something, Jake, if it hadn't, you better believe the other side would be talking about it, and Mitt Romney would be the first one. So let's set that aside. That's politics, man.
And it makes you go, okay, yeah, finally they're saying what we've been saying, and then what they've been backing off of. You almost expect them not to say the obvious truth, and it's working again.
Well, and I think Axelrod makes a decent point there that, if this had turned out like Jimmy Carter's rescue mission where the helicopters crashed on the way to Iran or something, it would be a devastating thing, and that was the risk that he took in making that decision. So you can't discount that risk that he did take on.
I'm going to go over the top the other way.
Okay.
I don't think Obama is politicizing it enough. I think he should say, you're goddamn right I got bin Laden, because George W. Bush wasn't going to get him, and I would play tapes of George W. Bush saying, bin Laden? I don't really care about bin Laden. He's not really my concern anymore. I don't really care. I don't think about it. I would play those fucking tapes over and over and again, and then I'll play the tape of me saying, Obama saying, I got him. What now?
I do care.
Yeah.
I do care.
Yeah.
I care. That guy masterminded the worst terrorist attack on our soil, and guess what? I care. I cared the whole time that Bush was in office, and I cared the whole time I'm in office, and I did everything I could to get him, and guess what? I got him.
Was all of this together, in effect, his mission accomplished moment?
No. Look, this is a signature moment in this president's administration where he did what he said he would do. He said from the beginning that he would turn heaven and earth upside down, paraphrasing, to get bin Laden, because it was a cathartic moment for the nation and to send a message to every terrorist around the world. As I said during the campaign, we will follow you to the gates of hell if you harm Americans. It was an important message to state. It's totally appropriate that he talks about that. It's a measure of being a commander-in-chief.
And also in the next video, number 3, he also went on to say the specific reason why, because as we know, Biden was the one who said the bumper sticker line about GM is alive and bin Laden is dead, but Mitt Romney wouldn't have been able to say this. And then they can jump on that right away and say, oh my God, how could you say that? But he gets specific, and it's the stuff that's the very simple specifics of, it's not that he would be in the position to be like, oh, I love bin Laden, but because of what it would have set up. Let's run number 3.
I noticed, and I'm not making a judgment, I don't know what Governor Romney would have done, given the same information, but I know he wouldn't have gotten the same information, because he said he would not turn up, he'd turn heaven and earth to go get him.
But there's nothing else needs to be said, I mean, there is more to be said, but they're going in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, taking it to the step that where you're saying that Mitt Romney wouldn't have done it. I know that Mitt Romney said he wouldn't go into Pakistani territory without their approval and all. So I guess there is some legitimate ground there. But in general, I think the better route is to just say, look, we did a really good job on this. This was a total win. But to take it the extra step, I don't know, it just seems like then you get into a sort of a theoretical area that you're never going to be able to win an argument on it. And it almost just gives the Republicans more fodder in their rebuttals. But the one other thing I love about this is anytime that somebody is accusing you of politicizing something, it's almost a guarantee that they are using that opportunity to politicize,
Definitely.
for their own gain. Because it's just absolutely ridiculous that they're criticizing him for using this event, and it's like, well, why are you doing that? So that you can get attention for
It's
yourself.
the playbook of the Republican Party.
And it's not out of genuine concern that people in the military are getting taken advantage of or anything. It's just these guys trying to forward their own careers too. So it's just so craven.